On December 19th, 2019, 4 BLUElab India Project members traveled to Gujarat, India. While interacting with various community members, Seco Foundation employees, and making tons of new friends, they encountered experiences like never before. Inspired by the driven women of these rural communities, they learned important life skills, lessons, and creative memories they would retell for the rest of their lives. However, this film is not focused on the experience of these travelers. Instead, it is meant to highlight the ambitious efforts of these women as they discover friendships, break gender roles, and find a new sense of confidence and independence they had not experienced before.
My name is Hannah Gronke. I joined the team in 2017 and I am an advisor for BLUElab India Project, and I'm also on e-board for BLUElab. BLUElab India is a project team founded in 2014 at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. Its values include sustainability, servant leadership, community, collaboration, and socially engaged design. BLUElab India partnered with Seco Foundation to start implementing a new stove technology to reduce health risks. The stove project aided in the expansion of self-help groups as the women gained independence and confidence from building the stoves and teaching other women in their communities how to build them.
I'm Asa DeVries. I joined BLUElab India in 2018 and I'm one of the sub-team leads. So the stoves project began in 2015 and it's currently being implemented in 14 different communities with 1,052 stoves currently built. The Seco Foundation facilitates the expansion of the stoves whenever the BLUElab India project team is not traveling themselves. They also help in spreading the message about the proper and the most effective use of the stoves with the goal of improving the health conditions of the women in these communities.
Hi, I'm Paulina. I joined BLUElab India Project in the fall of 2019 and I'm just a general member on the team. The Stoves Project helps redirect the smoke emissions away from the faces of the women, which helps reduce the health risks associated with smoke inhalation. I was able to travel to India in December of 2019, and while I was there, we interviewed several women in various communities around Gujarat to inquire about their experiences working with the stoves. It was surprising to see that the stoves were more than just means of reducing health risks, but a way for these women to travel to other communities and provide them with opportunities to leave their houses.
Hi, my name is Kyra Kathawala. I joined the team my sophomore year, which is the fall of 2018, and I am one of the new technology leads. So I traveled to India in December 2019 and had the opportunity to work with some women in the community of Madhvas, and I learned about their experiences and also their contribution to self-help groups which are there. A self-help group is a group with about 10 to 15 women whose goal is to educate other women and provide them with more opportunities and also better the communities that they're working with in general.
So my name is Parthiani and I am the project co-lead of BLUElab India Project. I joined the first semester of my freshman year, so about a year and a half ago. I traveled to India in December of 2019 and the experience was really inspiring. I was able to learn a lot about the community, and many of the women in this community were very ambitious and very driven. Seeing these women take such strong initiatives, especially given the situations that they're in, was really wonderful, and I learned a lot from my experience traveling. We interviewed the president of a self-help group to find out about the opportunities being in a self-help group has opened up for her. Kalpna was her name, and she was from Madhvas, and she joined a self-help group 2 years ago, and through it, she has been able to help other women start businesses as well as start her own business.
Next, we will hear from Kalpna, the president of a self-help group in Madhvas. She will tell us about her personal experiences being involved in a self-help group.
નમસ્તે. એટલે પહેલાં મંડળ વિશે અમને કંઈ જાણકારી નહોતી. મંડળમાં જોડ્યા પછી અમને તો ફાયદા તો એક તો પહેલાં અમે પોતાની બચત કરતા થયા, પોતાની બચત પૈસા ભેગા કર્યા, એ સમૂહમાં ગ્રુપ બનાવ્યું, કોઈ બહેનોના પ્રશ્ન હોય તો એનું નિરાકરણ થયું. પછી અમારું જે અમે બચત કરતાં કરતાં અમારું પૈસાના ભંડોળ વધ્યું, ભંડોળમાંથી અમે અમારો અંદરની ક્વોલિટી અમારી બહાર આવી કે આટલી બધી બહેનો મળીને આટલા બધા આપણે પૈસા ભેગા થયા છે તો આપણે કંઈક તો કરવું જોઈએ. પછી અમે બધા બહેનો મળીને નાસ્તો બનાવવાનું વિચાર્યું, કેન્ટીનનું ફાસ્ટ ફૂડનું. તો અમે હાલમાં નાસ્તો બનાવીએ છીએ. પછી અમારા ગામમાં અત્યારે હાલમાં 14 મંડળ છે, એટલે 3-4 ગ્રુપમાં અલગ અલગ પ્રવૃત્તિ થાય છે. અને મંડળમાં નહોતા જોડાયા હતા પહેલાં તો અમે કશું જ નહોતા. અને કોઈ બેનને ધિરાણનો અગર કોઈ બેનને તૈયારીમાં જરૂર પડે આરોગ્ય માટે પૈસાની તો અમે મંડળ દ્વારા એ બેનને પૈસા આપીએ. એમ કરી મંડળમાં અમારા નવા ફાયદા તો ઘણા થયા છે. અને હાલમાં અમારે 2 વર્ષ ને 3 મહિના થયા છે મંડળ.
As we learned from Kolpaben, the community has benefited greatly from these self-help groups, herself included. The next series of interviews depicts each woman's personal interests within their self-help groups.
પૈસા ભેગા કરવાનું ગમે છે, બેંકમાં જવાનું સારું લાગે છે.
હા, અમારા મંડળનું નામ છે દુર્ગા મહિલા મંડળ. અમે મંડળમાં જોડાયા પછી પૈસાની બચત કર્યા પછી
We learned that the women were able to benefit financially from their self-help groups as well. Next, we wanted to hear a little more about Seco Foundation and their role working in the community. Up next, we have Urja Shah, the president of Seco Foundation.
So hi, I'm Urja Shah. I run the Seco Foundation. I'm the president. So essentially the managing trustee, and I wear many hats within the company as well as the foundation. When I get out there and I meet the people and I'm just out, I think it really energizes me. It makes me feel like, okay, we're doing something that's meaningful and is creating a difference somewhere. I love their optimism and I love their grit. They've sort of worked under really challenging conditions. You know, it's really not easy when you've sort of your whole life not been seen as an individual, or when you've not been valued as an individual, whether it's within your family, as a community, for them to take the steps to say, no, I'm going to do this, and then to really work at it against, they don't have help in the house, they don't have that many resources, but they're still really sort of making time to sort of do something that's better for themselves, better for their families, and I really admire that. I think it's something we can all learn from. At least I can, for sure.
It was wonderful to learn about Urja's personal experiences and motivations, so we decided to interview a few more Seco Foundation employees. Up next, we will hear from Nikita Chatterjee, a Seco Foundation intern.
Hi, I'm Nikita Chatterjee. I'm currently doing my Masters in Development Studies from Azim Premji University. Every project has this element where we try to do it with the community. It's always a collaboration. I think what I really love about the people in all the communities here is that they're so receptive to you, they're so welcoming. Like the communities where we work, the people are brilliant, and I think the more you keep yourself open, the more they're going to open up to you.
In addition, we will be hearing from Usha Menon, the Program Operations Executive, and Kajal Joshi, the Communication and Documentation Executive, to learn about their experiences working with Seco Foundation and the community.
Want to go and connect to people, see, because when you sit in the office reading a paper or something, a document somebody's written, the findings that is given is the end. But when you talk to somebody, you come to know more than what is given in the paper. You come to know their problems, you make a rapport. So that's how well a community is. It's an open-ended area for it. So when you come to the community, there's various expressions, because they don't know you, you don't know them. So that they try to know you, you try to know them. But the people in the community, they're very helpful. They don't expect anything in return much, but they'll help you.
So the acceptance and the non-judgmental part, they teach you this, the ethics, they develop that in you. When you make friends, then I won't ask about your caste or where do you come from or how you talk or what your parents do. It doesn't matter and it shouldn't.
What's like one thing you have learned from these women and from interacting in the community?
Expression of love.
So is that
fear
something?
of being judged.
Okay.
Always, yeah.
These women are illiterate. but they have come a very long way with only passion and determination. So, you know, this is something that you take home.
After listening to what Usha and Kajal have learned from the women in the community, we decided to talk to them ourselves. We attended a self-help group meeting to hear more about how their self-help group was formed, how their husbands reacted, and how each woman and their community benefited from each self-help group.
તો એ રીતે અમને થોડી ચર્ચા કરી બધી વિસ્તારમાં મીટિંગ કરી પછી અમે બધી બેનો કીધું અમારે અંદર અંદર દેરાણી જેઠાણીને કે આ રીતે આપણે 100 રૂપિયા ભેગા કરીએ અને એક એસએચજી બનાવીએ એક ગ્રુપ બનાવીએ ગ્રુપનું જે તે આપણી બેનો નક્કી કરશે કે કઈ શું ગ્રુપનું શું નામ રાખવું છે એ રીતે અમે બધું અમારું પ્લાનિંગ ટોટલી કર્યું અમે અમાર પછી એસબીઆઈમાં અમારું ખાતું ખોલાવ્યું મંડળનું અમારા મંડળનું નામ શ્રી ગણેશ મહિલા મંડળ છે પછી અમારા મંડળમાં બચત થઈ 2-3 મહિના 4-5 મહિના થઈ ગયા એટલે બચત ભંડોળ થઈ પછી મેં કીધું હવે શું કરશું એમ પછી અમને નાસ્તો બનાવવાનો પછી જમવાનું બનાવવાનો વધારે રસ વધારે હતો તો મેં કીધું આ સરને આપણે આ રીતના વાત કરીએ કે કંઈક નાસ્તો બનાવી આ બધી દુકાનોમાં વેપાર કરે છે એ રીતના કંઈક કરીએ પછી અમે એમને સેમ્પલ વાળી મમરા છે ભાઈ પાપડ પૌવા છે એવા થોડા એમને અમે સેમ્પલ બતાવ્યા પછી એમને લઈ જઈને અમુક કેન્ટીનમાં બતાવ્યા એ રીતે અમારો નાસ્તો શરૂઆત ચાલુ થઈ એમ કરતા 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 પછી અમે જમવાના ઓર્ડર લીધા પછી અમે બહાર પણ કોઈ પ્રસંગ હોય તો અમે બહાર પણ જાતે જઈએ છીએ લાઈવ કરીએ છીએ ગમે તે અમારો ઓર્ડર હોય છે અમે બધા બહેનો ભેગા મળી અને એનું પ્લાનિંગ કરીએ છીએ અને બધું આયોજન અમે કરીએ છીએ એમાંથી અમારી ઘણી બધી બહેનોએ ઘણું બધું એમના ઘરમાં પણ બદલાવ લાવ્યા છે અને એમને આવકમાં પણ વધારો થયો છે અને એ તમારા માટે બહુ સારું કહેવાય ખૂબ ખૂબ આભાર અમારા બહેનો સરનો અને જે અમે આ એસજીમ જોડ્યા પછી આ બધું જાણવા મળ્યું દ્વારકા પણ ગયા અને એક્સપોઝર વિઝિટ પણ કરી એની અમારી બહેનો થોડીક માહિતી આપશે.
Once we heard about how the women joined or formed their self-help groups, we wanted to know more about what they put the money they earned towards.
આરોગ્ય માટે સ્કૂલની ફી ભરવા માટે એ જેન આરોગ્ય માટે તો જરૂરી હોય ને તો પહેલા જ આપવું પડે
મીટિંગ કરવાની અમારે એક મીટિંગ કરીએ છીએ ને મીટિંગ સાથે અમે ચર્ચા કરીએ કે આ બેનને 5,000ની જરૂર છે તમે એ બેનને અમે બધા સહમત થઈને 5,000 રૂપિયા અમે આપીએ એ બેન દર મહિને અમારે જે એને બને તેટલી કોશિશ કરીને અમે 1,000નો હપ્તો રાખીએ કે 500 રૂપિયાનો એ હાથે વ્યાજ હાથે અમને
આપી દે પરત કરી દે
એટલે બધા બેનો
2 વર્ષ ને 2 મહિના
એની સામે સરકારે તો પૈસા
સરકારે આપ્યા ને ગવર્મેન્ટે 12,000 રૂપિયા ગવર્મેન્ટે આપ્યા જે અમે બહેનોને ધિરાણકરણ પરત થઈ ગયા અને હાલમાં 50,000 અમે સીઆઈએ જે મધવાસ ગ્રામ સખી સંઘ અમે અમારે 10 મંડળનું અમે એક મંડળ બનાવ્યું બીઓ જે મધવાસ ગ્રામ સખી સંઘ એમાં અમને ગવર્મેન્ટે 7 લાખ રૂપિયા આપ્યા
60,000નું શું કરવું
ધિરાણ
આપીએ છીએ મંડળમાં ફેરવીએ બેન જેને જોઈએ એને અમે આપીએ છીએ
તો પછી અમે હાલમાં તો અમે જે બેનો સુખડીનું કામ કરીએ છીએ તો અમે બધો નફો નહીં એમાંથી લઈ લેતા એમાંથી અમે અમુક ટકા પૈસા અંદર રહેવા દઈએ છીએ અને અમારે ગમે તે ઓર્ડર કરવો હોય તો અમે એ જ પૈસામાંથી કરીએ છીએ અને એ પૈસા પાછા પરત મૂકી દઈએ છીએ એ રીતે કરીએ.
It was inspiring to hear how selfless these women were. Despite being able to take the money and only benefit themselves, they used it to help other families in their villages. They were also very sustainable with the money that they earned, allowing the self-help group to continue. Finally, we learned about how the women were affected by these self-help groups personally.
પહેલા તો ઘરમાંથી બહાર જ નતા નીકળતા
એના તો બેન એવું કે અમારા ગામડાવાળા વિસ્તારમાં બહાર અમારા બૈરાન બહુ બહાર છૂટ નહીં પણ હમણાં તો અમે બધે જઈ આવ્યા અમે
પહેલા કેવું હતું કે
વડોદરા ફરી
પહેલા અમે બિઝનેસ ચાલુ કર્યો પહેલા તો જો કઈ જતા જ નતા હા હું તો ભલે ગામમાં નથી જતી કઈ તો બિઝનેસ ચાલુ કર્યા ને એ વાતમાં તો અમને મદદ ના કરે હા કોઈ પણ વસ્તુ લાવવાનું હોય તો હવે તારું કામ મેં દેવું કે તમે કીધું ના અમે આ કરશું આમાંથી કંઈક અમને નવું શીખવા મળશે જાણવા મળશે અને અમે આગળ કંઈક જશું તો અમને બીજું નવું શીખવા મળશે તો તમે પણ અમારી હેલ્પ કરો એમ એ રીતે અમે એમને પણ થોડા સમજાવ્યા બધા ઘરે કહીએ હો ઘરે આટલો ટાઈમ કહીને આવજો મીટિંગમાં જવાનું છે તો 2 કલાક થશે એવું કહીને આવજો સમજાવીને આવજો એ રીતે અમે એમને પણ સમજણ પાડી અને અમારી જે આવક થાય ને તે અમે એમને નફો બતાવ્યો કે અમે ઘેર બેઠા આટલો બધો નફો કમાય છે તો પછી એ સારું જ કહેવાય એમ એ રીતે અમે એમને પણ સમજાવ્યા તો પછી અમને પણ અમે જે આ 10 બહેનો બેનને પૈસા ભેગા કર્યા પછી અમારે જોઈએ ને ગમે તારે તો અમને મળી શકે છે પૈસા એટલે એમને કે હા અમારી જોડે હવે પૈસા એવા માંગતા નથી તો આ એમને જે કર્યું એ બધું સારું કરે છે એવું પણ અત્યારે તો કેટલા બધા એવું બધું કહે છે કે તમે આ બધું જે ચાલુ કર્યું છે એ બહુ સરસ છે ને અમે તમે બહુ આગળ જશો એવું બધું બહુ કહે છે જી અમે મમરા બનાવતી એમાં તો મારા મિસ્ટર છે એમના મિસ્ટર છે પછી આ બેનો છે પછી બેનોના મિસ્ટર પણ હેલ્પ કરે છે કશું લાવવાનું હોય તો એ લઈને પણ જાય છે અને કોઈ પણ ઓર્ડરમાં ધારો કે ગમે તે વસ્તુ રહી ગયું હોય તો ઘર બેઠા અમે તઈ બેઠા કહીએ કે અમારી વસ્તુ આ ભૂલી ગયા છે ઘરે તો તમે લઈને આવવા આવો તો એ ગમે તેમનો ટાઈમ સેટ કરીને અમને આવવા આવે છે એ રીતે મદદ કરે છે
પેલા તો ટાઈમ બગાડીને અમે ખરીદી કરવા જતા અત્યારે તો અમે વોટ્સઅપ કરીને ઘેર સામાન આવે છે.
Hearing about the growth of these women and the independence they gained was inspirational. Going against such strict cultural expectations and creating something for themselves against all odds was both beautiful and motivational.
Hi guys, my name is Nikki. I'm a sophomore and I joined BLUElab my freshman year, first semester, so about a year and a half ago. I'm currently the project lead, or one of the project leads alongside Parth. I just want to talk about something I kind of learned when I went and traveled to India this past winter break. And basically, one thing that was super common was that we had a language barrier between us and the one we were working with. And they were super incredible, and we really wanted to assist them in whatever way we could, but it was super hard to because we couldn't speak the language, and they obviously didn't speak English. There was no real way for us to do that other than through translators. So one thing I learned was that a lot of communication is not kind of fancy language or what you're saying or anything like that. It's more about gestures, small gestures, finding things to laugh about that's common to both of you guys, finding things that are both positive for both parties involved. And so kind of taking away from that, it's making me realize what are the basic elements of human connection and what's actually important. And that's something that I never would have learned if I didn't have this experience and I didn't really get to meet and interact with all these women for such an extended period of time.
So I traveled last winter and the whole experience was just so incredible. And one of the reasons that this was such a great opportunity was I was able to work with some of the local women in the communities and get to know them really a lot better than before. And all of their stories are just so inspiring. It's really incredible to see how they were living beforehand with staying in the houses most of the time and then not really going outside to kind of transitioning, being part of this self-help group and raising money in the community and then also supporting themselves and some of their family. It's just really credible and so inspiring. Even within my own life, to do things that might be outside my comfort zone and try new experiences and always keep a new open mind because what they're doing right now is so amazing and helping not only them but their whole community, and then just having those goals to keep aspiring for more is really astounding, and I definitely look up to them as role models.
Past winter was my second time traveling. We really wanted to focus more on the people in the community this time. From these women, I really understood that there's a lot that I take for granted here in America. I think what was really inspiring was the confidence these women have to really make a stand for their communities and make a stand for their families. I think that their love for their community and their families is really just inspiring and something that we can all learn things from.
I was given the opportunity to travel to Gujarat, India in December of 2019, and while I was there, I definitely learned a lot of lessons that I will hold with me for the rest of my life. First, I think that Western culture has a habit of painting individuals facing poverty in third world countries in a very negative light, when in reality, I was there and I saw a lot of these women had a lot more determination and a lot more confidence that I had initially expected them to have. And I think that's because living in America, we are given this one story of these people living in developing countries and how they're weak and helpless, when in reality that's not true. And Western culture has a habit of painting themselves as this protagonist, when in reality we are not a superhero coming to save the day. The women that I saw and I worked with in the communities were completely capable of starting businesses, and they were applying concrete skills that they learned from day to day, just doing day-to-day tasks. And they were uplifting their community all on their own without our help. In fact, we were the ones who were learning from them, and it was just an amazing experience being able to witness the work that these women were doing. It really motivated me to try to make a change in my own life. And I also think that it's really inspiring because a lot of these women do come from a background with no education, and yet they're still doing all these amazing things. And I think that just shows how they are breaking stereotypes, that you do not need to come from a place of high education in order to make the world a better place. And it was just wonderful being able to experience all of these, and it has definitely been one of the most impactful trips and places I've ever been to in my life.